It's JJ Hayes, the Hayes Wire, here with
Tiny
and Bailey Blair. Hi, Bailey.
Hello, it's so good to be here.
And we are so happy you can make it in. Now, Bailey, you are with the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
I am.
I had a chance to talk with, I guess, one of your coworkers, Haley, last year about a walk you have coming up.
Absolutely, the Out of the Darkness Community Walk,
Okay.
September 17th.
September 17th, big day. You're going to want to learn as much as you can about this, not only to help out and raise awareness when it comes to preventing suicide, but also we're going to talk more about your organization and what it does. So let's start there. As far as suicide prevention, what does your organization do?
The American Foundation for Suicide Prevention works in many arenas. We work with survivors of suicide loss to support them through that. We also are one of the leading organizations for suicide prevention research in the nation. And that's really where our funds go. To those two places, we raise funds for the national level to create new research, to begin to disseminate that research. But here on the local level, we keep those profits in order to provide services at the person-to-person level.
Okay, so on local level, you're talking Wichita, Sedgwick County?
Yes, Wichita and Sedgwick County, we do offer services throughout the region.
Okay.
And then we are part of the Greater Kansas chapter, which serves out of Kansas City as well.
All right, Tony?
Now, when it comes to suicide prevention, sometimes the signs can be really hard to see.
Absolutely.
What are some things that maybe loved ones should keep their eyes open for? To maybe a family member of theirs is depressed almost to the point of suicide.
Well, it's important to realize that signs are different for everyone, but one of the things that we encourage is keeping an eye on their level of interaction with other people. Oftentimes we'll see people become more withdrawn. They might not want to share that pain with other people. They might want to keep it to themselves. So if you're seeing someone become increasingly withdrawn, if they've had maybe a loss of identity lately, such as a loss of a job or retirement, we see that can be a trigger. And then those things combined with the lack of connection to the community. So if they're not making those community connections, not getting out and getting involved as they have previously, that would be something to attend to.
And one thing, it's not as hard as everybody thinks it is, because sometimes all it takes is somebody just asking, "Are you okay?"
Absolutely. I think we forget about the power of that question and asking it just as you did. That's so important, to be able to sit down with someone and say, truly, I will listen. Are you okay?
That's the sad part, I guess. That was a great question because I hear it a lot. When we do the Star Spangled Salute, one of the big movements now is the 21 kills and the 22 push-up movement to raise awareness for veteran suicide. And we read story after story about these veterans who are doing these great fundraisers and awareness campaigns, and their one biggest regret, if they had one, was not talking to their friend and asking that exact question. So that is brilliant and a good point to bring up. So let's get to the day of the event, September 17th. Big walk, and first of all, is it a 5K? Is it a 3K? Is it going to wear someone like me and Tiny out? I mean,
0.1K.
Yeah, no,
preferably.
you guys have this.
Okay.
It's a 3-mile mosey.
Okay, all right.
We start at the Hyatt Water Walk downtown,
Right.
and we walk to the Keeper and back.
Okay.
There are turnaround points, though, at the half mile and the 1.5
Okay.
mile.
Nothing at the
So
quarter
we're
mile.
giving you
Nothing
options.
like quarter mile going. Whoo!
I mean, I could use volunteers. Y'all
Okay,
can
all right,
stay
all
there,
right.
Okay. It's important also to note that every part of our walk is wheelchair and stroller accessible, and we also welcome pets.
Really?
Well, that's
Yes.
good.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, that was going to be my next question because a lot of walks do, some don't. So I'm glad
Absolutely.
you do.
The more the merrier. We have little bandanas for your dogs
Love
as
it.
well.
Maybe something you could think of for next year, and then I'm just throwing ideas out there. We're just going to throw them against the wall, see what sticks. A sleep-in K.
Yep.
I have a virtual walker sign up. I'm feeling that's your speed, Tiny. I think we've got this.
All right. So aside from the walk and the distance and the pets, are there other things going on? Are there going to be like information stations? Is there entertainment?
Yes, that's one of the things I'm most proud of about this event is that we bring in community partners who are actually offering support and resources to those who are struggling.
Okay.
So we'll have counseling and testing from Wichita State. We'll have Calm Care via Christie Behavioral Health. A lot of people really recognizing the need to get that information out there. And then also we have various activities for remembrance through the day.
Okay.
That's one of the biggest parts about this walk is being able to remember those that we've lost and why we're walking. So we have a memory garden and a memory wall where people can share pictures of their loved ones and take something home with them that's very meaningful.
I think that's super important because I think, we often talk about trying to prevent suicide and raise awareness to fight suicide but one of the things that doesn't necessarily get talked about enough is I guess, pardon the vernacular, what kind of a grenade this is thrown into the middle of a family dynamic.
The people left behind.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to note how that grief is so much different than other grief, and it takes someone very well versed in that, or quite frankly, someone who's experienced it,
Right.
to be able to support someone through that. And that, I think, is one of the greatest parts of AFSP, is it's volunteers who have been there.
Yeah. Peer advocacy is so important.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so there's someone who maybe wants to be a sponsor or a walker, and they're right there on the fence, and they want to participate, but they're not quite sure. What do you tell that person to say, hey, you know what, join us for September 17th, because it's really going to be something special?
I think the main thing is to recognize we want you to show up to show your community that you care. If we don't raise funds and we have 500 people show up that want to show each other that we're going to support each other through whatever comes, then it's a successful walk for me.
Okay.
The funds are important, but not as much as creating that connection and being able to say, are you okay?
Yeah.
All right. Remember the question, are you okay? If you have any questions, there'll be links on this blog. Start clicking, become a walker, sign up, start raising money. More importantly, just come out and share in what's going to be a very special day. Tiny, Bailey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It is the Hayes
Thank
Wire.
you for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. We'll see you tomorrow on 101.3, today's KFDI.